Was it just me, or did we all feel or react like this today?
No way this is...
Oh my god! Oh my god! Holy shit! Holy shit! Oh my god! Oh my god! Holy shit! It's happening!
Okay, before I start today's review and analysis on episode 79 of Boruto, I would just like to say thank you to every single one of you that support our videos and the support you showed us last week. I can't describe how it feels to have all your support on this channel. I was really honest in last week's review, and you guys really did show that you value our honesty and integrity to be able to say what we actually want to about the anime in the reviews. I was thinking you guys would have roasted or not care about what we said in the video and just leave and dislike. So again, thank you for everything and the support you always have shown for us. Now, today's episode was pretty good. I enjoyed it a lot and thought finally we get some goddamn action and fighting. This episode was what we actually wanted and was really entertaining. One thing that we should all know by now, judging from today's episode, yes, Boruto in terms of chakra control and naturally being a prodigy does surpass his father Naruto. Let's talk about it, because remember last week we all discussed how Jonins are fodder and this dude took out at least 6 of them before Boruto even caught up with them in literally 30 seconds. He made Jonins, or 6 Chunins per se, look utter weak and trash. Boruto and the gang, judging from the writing of today's episode, we should all confirm and have expectations by now that yes, Boruto and the gang are better than the average Jonin ninja by now, or Chunin, right? This generation we are watching are literally broken for their age and their potential is much greater than we think. Now, it can be argued in terms of genetics, it does really make sense. All these children we are watching are blessed with amazing parents who are genetically mixed together to make them even greater people. That's just logical. But we can also argue that Kokuyo did mention in the episode today that he may have been holding back. I mean, this is up to your interpretation, but he did mention that these are just kids and he should start taking them seriously. However, it was also established that he is a ruthless person because he killed the actor for being weak from beforehand, so it's questionable. In my eyes, I think it's pretty clear that Boruto himself is close to Jonin level already and surpasses Naruto in certain attributes at his age. Let me explain using manga and anime before you roast me in the comments. In today's episode, for example, the animation was great and the fight was also awesome watching it, right? But one thing we must all mention and notice today is that Boruto's chakra levels must be insane or his chakra control is fantastic. I think it's both. Boruto's intelligence is also incredible because it was stated before he received a perfect score in the exams. Boruto and the gang have been on this quest for a while now. This is coming from Ryuchi Cave fighting people there, and now he's fighting again. His stamina is really good. In today's episode, he again performed the Shadow Clone Jutsu, the Gale Palm, Rasengan twice, and then on top of that, he summoned Garaga twice too. Boruto having huge reserves of chakra does make sense since he's Naruto's son after all, but he also is not like Naruto. He's more like Sasuke. He's a true prodigy that is equipped with everything you would want in a ninja. I say Boruto is more like Sasuke because of his skill in learning or adapting so fast. Naruto couldn't summon Gamabunta without using 9 tails. Boruto has done it twice with ease. Kakashi, Naruto and Sasuke have never applied electricity to the Rasengan. Boruto has done it with ease and mastered it within a few weeks. This is similar to Sasuke Uchiha. Sasuke was also a prodigy in the Uchiha, and looking at the Chunin exams when he faced Gaara, it is stated that within only a month of training, Sasuke achieved the speed and taijutsu of Rock Lee without his weights on, and Sasuke had already matched Rock Lee's years of training within a month and utilized it against Gaara. Rock Lee was training his whole life, but Sasuke caught up within a month because of his Sharingan and him being a prodigy. Boruto, much like his sensei, is similar to this, and episode 79 represents this again. Boruto also knows 3 nature types already, and he is still a genin. Boruto knows wind, lightning and water release. On top of that, Boruto also has the pure eye, which grants him new abilities we haven't seen before. But we can't even stop there. Boruto also has the karma seal. At the end of the day, with the way the story has progressed and the things we see in the manga, it's pretty clear that Boruto has the potential to surpass Naruto. He also is clearly better than Naruto at certain things at the same age. He is a natural. What I'm trying to say is that it's pretty clear Boruto and the gang are powerful as hell. The narrative of today's episode tells us that the guys who went up against Kokuyo before weren't wise enough to do what Boruto, Sarada and Shikadai did today. No-name ninjas are straight trash. Boruto even did a counter-attack against the opponent that took down 6 Jonin. Think about that. I think this would have been a great time to show his pure eye being active, thus giving the viewers like us more hints and foresight to know why he can dodge his attacks, just like he did against Momoshiki. But they didn't do that. I think that was a mistake on the writer's point of view because it made him look extra broken for no reason. Another thing I'd like to comment on, just like last week, I mentioned the bond between the characters. Again, this is displayed pretty well today. Chocho saves the day with Inojin, and Sarada comments on the fact that she can read Boruto's movements and mind whilst they fight, since they fight together so much. So the connection between the friends was displayed really well as usual. I really like the fact that none of the genin combinations won against the villains, but it also made an impact. It made it more believable to us. Remember how I said last week I hope they make the plot believable? I feel like this episode did try. Sarada is also pretty strong. She broke the floor like Sakura does when she punches. I really like her character more than Boruto himself at this very moment. Maybe this will change in the future, who knows. However, I do feel like Sarada should have shown more jutsu today, like a bit of fire style or lightning style that she copied with her Sharingan from the Mist Arc. She was displaying her Sharingan today after all. Boruto seems to get so much limelight all the time in this anime, whilst other characters are shadows. Another thing which was great this episode was the animation. I noticed it straight away that is better than usual. For example, taking a look at the mouth animation underneath the mask, Sekiei was really entertaining this episode. The animation of his mouth under the mask is just extra work, but they did it. The episode director for today went the extra mile. Sekiei is also a character that I like. He was very entertaining today. I feel as though he will die a sad death, however, that will have a huge impact on Mitsuki. Sekiei also mentions something very interesting. He says he has been implanted with the detonating clay jutsu, so this means he didn't learn this himself out of his own free will. It is something he was created with. This links with Mitsuki a lot. Mitsuki right now is questioning his concept of free will, and it is also confirmed he is implanted with wisdom and knowledge and jutsu, just like these Akta beings we are watching. So this means the process of how Sekiei and the others were created, like the Akta, it must be very similar to Mitsuki. That's one part of why they need Mitsuki, so they can understand it better. He is perfection. This could also implicate that the remaining 2 members also have forbidden jutsus. Kokuyo says he keeps getting stronger too, so something about their creation is obviously making them stronger than the ordinary human being. Mitsuki ends up betraying Boruto, and honestly I just love this moment. It's finally making Boruto's prophecy come true, that he will lose everything. Finally, Boruto can go through some real problems, develop as a person and as a character. I think we can all agree that the show needs to become darker and action-packed, aimed at older people. Mitsuki choosing to save Sekiei is basically how Garaga's summoner chose to hurt him as well in order to save his life. I believe Mitsuki decided to betray Boruto because he didn't want Kokuyo to kill him and Sarada. I say this because once Kokuyo said, "You are not even worth killing," it was shown with Mitsuki's head being tilted in shadow. This is an anime trope that we all know, which is basically telling us that Mitsuki actually had good intentions. Thirdly, I also believe Mitsuki does not want to go with them. He's in phase 2 of his development, and he is honestly questioning his free will and affection for Boruto. Remember I did a video 1 month ago talking about how Mitsuki's free will may be an illusion? Well, this is why he is going through this phase. Mitsuki doubts the sun and moon plan that everyone keeps mentioning and the metaphor, right? Since Orochimaru created him and that's his father's will from the very start. Orochimaru planned that Mitsuki would like Boruto and that he will end up in Konoha. Mitsuki tried two goals here: protect Boruto and Sarada from death and reaffirm his loyalty to his new friends by betraying Boruto. He gained their trust, since they keep mentioning how they don't trust him yet, right? Also, Mitsuki genuinely wants to meet something that is created just like him, to see if his affection for Boruto and Konoha is created or it's a natural occurrence that he believes in. Let's be realistic here, this is Mitsuki's actual will. Mitsuki could have gone Sage mode and saved Boruto and Sarada. He could have effed them all up and saved the day, right? He could have taken on those two people easily with Garuga being summoned too. Mitsuki hasn't achieved what he originally left for yet, and you know, he left the village and betrayed everyone because he has an intention here and he wants to complete it. He wants to complete his mission. He wants to find out the answers to his questions before he goes back to the Hidden Leaf. Boruto will obviously be heartbroken since he always mentioned, Mitsuki would never do that, Mitsuki's not like that, Mitsuki would never do that, I'm Boruto. I definitely think Sarada will be there for him since she is the future of Hokage in the making, right? Sarada thinks more rationally and logically. She will probably help Boruto's mental breakdown about what happened. Sarada will keep going to try and help Boruto prove Mitsuki is innocent because she also cares about him. She mentioned it in the very episode. So by the way, we're only halfway through this arc. There is 7 more episodes apparently, so there is a long way to go. Sorry for this review being kind of late. I feel kind of sick right now, honestly, but that's why the voicing wasn't as good too. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time.